What's up, good people? How y'all doing this morning? Good morning, good people. How is everybody doing? Oh man, drop that. I hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday morning. You're listening to WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter radio show. It's good to see everybody that's watching this on Facebook Live. Thank you. Everybody that's tuned in on the radio dial, we appreciate you. You could be listening to anything else, but we're glad that you're listening to the show. I'm going to get right into it. We had some things that happened over the past week, and we got to talk about it, and everybody's abuzz, and it's a continuation, I guess, from last week. But before we get into it, I'm sadly to inform everybody that we had another death in our family. Brother Cunningham, DC Cunningham, he goes by on Facebook. He lost his mother. So what we want to do, man, we want to have a moment of silence for his mother. Let's keep him in our prayers and our thoughts, and let him know that we are with him and his family. I don't know if you guys ever seen his wife and his kids. Man, he has a beautiful family, and I know they are going through it. So let's take a moment and just have a moment of silence for our brother. All right, good people. Well, everybody knows that the retro checks have come, and everybody's excited. Some people are not excited because they thought they was going to get more than the check showed. Now, if you didn't get one, or if you think it's short, one thing that you need to do, first of all, if you didn't get one, you need to call HR. That number is 215-937-2212. I'll put it back up after the show when I share this video. It's 215-937-2212. Call them, especially for the ones that may have quit, or just, whatever the case may be, they're no longer employed with UPS. You definitely want to call that number, 215-937-2212. Ask them, what's going on with your retro. Are you going to get it? A lot of people have called and they said that they're not going to get it. If that's the case, then what you need to do is call the union hall, because supposedly they're getting a list together so they can have an all grievance to get everybody money. So again, if you didn't receive your check, or you think it's, you should have got more, you need to call 215-937-2212. And if they can't help you, then you need to call the hall. That number is 215-289-0580. All right, then don't forget, after this show, I'll post it on the group, put those numbers in so everybody can call and find out what's going on with your retro check. So it's been 9 months, and I know everybody's excited and they're ecstatic and they're woohoo. Now we need you guys to show the same enthusiasm when it comes time to vote in 12 weeks to get these guys out of office. We need you to show that same enthusiasm. Ask me when we voting. Ask me who we voting for. Well, if you don't know who you're voting for by now, then we have done a terrible job. So I'm hoping that you guys know that you need to vote for our slate. Now this Friday, you'll get to meet all of us. All of us are going to be out there on July 5th, 9:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at Oregon Avenue on South Philadelphia. Make sure you guys come on out. We're going to have some new flyers, very, very tasteful. We need you guys to really, really come on out. Even if you're not part of the shift that's working, if you're from PHL, come on out. If you're living in South Philly and You want to come on out, man. We're gonna have a lot of things going on out there. We're gonna have some other unions out there to support us, because this is very, very big. Like you all guys already seen me do or try to do, is build a community of labor. It's not just about UPS or the Teamsters. Every aspect of labor is under attack by corporate greed and corporations. You see what's going on at Hahnemann Hospital here in Philadelphia. You're talking about 3,000 people getting ready to lose their jobs. So we sit all the time. There was a picket line that I think the company went back to the table. We had some brothers up there in Croydon, not too far from my house. They was picketing. I mean, it's just people are tired and fed up of just being taken advantage of, their labor being taken advantage of. And so all of us have to stick together, no matter what branch of labor you in, no matter what classification of labor you in, private sector, public sector, even if you don't know the sector, we all got to stick together, because all of us are fighting the same battle. No matter if you are a nurse or a teacher, a teamster, no matter what you are, a policeman, you are fighting the same battle. All of us are under the same attack. The only way to win, we got to work together. So we're going to have some people out there. But getting back to the continuation of what's been going on here at Local 623, you guys know we have a new BA, Carl Robinson. Carl Robinson, as you guys know, is very, very tight with me and Clarence. And a lot of the members are kind of confused. And that's what, I'm going to step out of the friendship mode for a moment, and we're going to talk about strategic and what these guys politically are really trying to do to the membership. Nothing against Carl. I'm going to preface that. Nothing against Carl. He's going to fight for the members as a BA. He fought for him as a shop steward. So this is nothing against him. But holistically, I want you guys to look at what's really going on, what these guys are really trying to get you to see. Now, everybody knows Carl is really, real tight with us. Tight. Gave my son his first job. You know, my wife knows him, sat down. So this is an internal relationship outside of just the job. So what I seen and what a lot of people have seen is that this is just another strategic move by the incumbents to try to stay in office. Because if you look at it on the outside, just look at it, if you don't really know everything, if you look at it on the outside, your perspective would be, hey, listen, why would I vote for 623 Lives Matter when one of their best and dearest friends is not voting for them? He's running with the incumbents. That would throw you off if you let it. So that's up to you. Our stance is, hey, listen, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing. We started this for a reason. We're not going to stop now. So, but getting back to everybody keep questioning, oh, Hooker, man, how come this happened? How could he do that? Listen, any questions that you may have, any frustrations or whatever the case may be, you need to talk to Carl Robinson. You need to talk to him. He's going to be in the building. If you see him and you say, hey, man, how can you do that? You need to talk to him. All we can do is what we can do on our end, and that's continue doing what we've been doing. Now, I know people keep saying, well, 2-3 weeks ago, he was saying how bad the incumbents are and they need to go. And I know he told all of us that. He told me and Clarence that, he told us that. But he's running with him now. So, like I said, to me, it doesn't bother me at all, because I'm not focused on that kind of thing. My focus on is winning against the company. And the only way we can win, number one, we got to get new leadership. That's just the bottom line. We have to get, and it starts from the head principal officer. He has to go, regardless of whatever. He has to go. So, in order to win against the company, we got to start with our local leadership, get rid of all of them, and move some more people in there. Then we can start winning against the company. That's it. That's the goal. Stop UPS from dominating the membership. Ain't got nothing to do with the people in office. Ain't got nothing to do with Hoffa. But on the flip side of that, the only way to do that, ironically, we got to get new leadership. That's just the bottom line. So, are we going to keep doing what we've been doing? We're not going to stop. So, like I said, I know I don't feel no type of way about it. I don't think Clarence does either. He's not here. As a matter of fact, he's doing hearings now at the job. So, like I said, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing. Matter of fact, like I said, we got that rally this Friday night, July 5th at Oregon Avenue. We want you guys to come on out and support. Get our new flyer. It's very, very good. Very, very good. So, like I said, we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep pressing, keep putting our foot on the pedal, because we can't let up. Because as soon as we let up, then that's when people have doubts and, well, I might want to vote for this. No, listen. You guys have seen us over the last few years. We didn't just come up somewhere out of the blue saying we want to run for office. No, we've shown you. You've seen our plan. You've seen our methodology. You've seen everything that we are capable of doing and then some. The only thing is we need your vote to be able to really do the work that we're trying to do. There's just so much that we can do as a shop steward, but as a officer of this great local, we need you guys to vote for us so we can start winning against the company. I'll never forget, I was talking to some drivers not long ago, and one of the drivers said, there is no reason why UPS should win all of the time. And that's what's happening here. They win all of the time. All the time. We don't win at all. So, what you guys got to do, you got to vote. Point blank, period. You guys have got to vote. We hear it. We at the gates constantly. You guys tell us that you're going to vote for us. But again, 2016, we heard the same thing. And look what happened. 37 slate votes short. And like I said, I've been breaking these numbers down to you. I'm going to keep breaking them down. Because we only got 12 weeks left. That's all we got. And by the end of the week, we're going to have less than 3 months. Less than 3 months before the ballots come out and nominations and all these types of things. So we really need you guys to pay attention to what's going on. This is very, very serious. You guys see what's happening. So we need you guys to pay attention and participate. We're doing the work. You can't say, oh man, you guys just showed up. No, we've been there continuously. And we will continually be out there. Regardless of what happens. Because this is not about titles or positions. You gotta vote. You guys have got to vote. That is the key. I can come on here every single day, Wednesday, whatever. We can be at the gates. We can file 1,000 grievances. We can get people paid, save their job, bylaw amendment, ATM committee, education, radio show. Man, we can do all of that. And if you guys don't vote, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be the same thing again come this election. So you guys got to make the decision on what you guys want to do. Everybody keeps saying that, these guys, this is it. And time, this is the right time. And a lot of people reached out to me over the course of the last few years and told me, why in 2016 they couldn't really support us. And one of the main reasons was, we had we had the contract coming up, and they wanted guys that was already there to go ahead and try to negotiate it before bringing somebody else in new to try to do that. Well, look how that worked out for you guys. Not trying to be smart or cocky or arrogant, but look how it worked out. They gave you another bad contract. You voted it down, and they said your votes don't count. Then they told you that the pension was $6 million short. Where's the paperwork that's showing us that? They used that to scare people, and it barely passed anyway. That to me was another tell, of how bad that, people want change. When you threaten people with pension money and your contract still barely passed, you're in trouble. They in real big trouble. And to me, I'm gonna tell you something. They lost this 2019 election. They lost it in 2016. I know what you mean. There is no way that we should have been that close. There's no way. If we would have did a mailer, we win the election, hands down. People have told us that, hey, man, we didn't even. And they said some stuff that I was like, wow, you didn't know there was an election. People said, we didn't even know no election. We didn't get this. We didn't get that. We would have got this. We would have voted for y'all. They were saying, well, the reason why we voted for the other guys, the third slave, is because they got some information from them in the mail. We didn't do none of that. Just imagine if we've done that. We would have won. So we're going to definitely do that this time. We're not going to leave any stone unturned because we want to make sure that the members get their local back. This is the 100th year of our local, 100. And the last about, and there's been a steady decline in, our contracts and in our leadership. We can't go into the next 100 years like this. We can't. And we have the power to change that. And we started to do that. We started to do that early this year. We started to change the way the next 100 years will be. The bylaw amendment. And guess what, y'all? That bylaw amendment is just not just for this term or next term. It's for the future. It's from now on. Now on. The members will know exactly what's going on in negotiations. No more go to the app, or do this and do that, look on the back table. None of that stuff. We're going to have people at the table. And I can't wait to start doing that. But the only way that it's going to be fair is if you get the right people in there. Because if you keep these people in there, they're going to abuse. They're going to get their people. They're not going to tell us nothing. They're not. They didn't even want the bylaw amendment. They didn't want it at all. That's why they didn't promote it. They didn't do anything to support it. I'm telling you, they're not going to tell you this, but they were upset that General President Hoffa signed off on it. They were hoping that he wouldn't, because if he didn't sign off on it, it would have made it look like, oh yeah, them guys did all that for nothing. No, he signed off on it because it was a good thing for the members, and he's on his way out too. He's on his way out, but that's a story for another day. But again, matter of fact, I'm gonna come back to that. That's not a story for another day. Guess who's going to be in office during the national election? That's right. You guys better wake up. You see what they did last time at the convention. They will not go against Hoffa. They're just not going to do it. They don't stand up to the company. They don't stand up against Hoffa. We out here all alone paying dues for nothing. For nothing. So you guys got to make a decision on what you guys want to do. Don't forget, this Friday, 9:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Come on out. We're going to hit those shifts over there. We know those guys are going to be there to work, especially the part-timers. The part-timers, they got to work the day before and the day after. So they want to get paid. So we want to make sure we hit them. So again, make sure you guys come on out, support, get our new flyers that we got coming out, meet the slate, ask questions. Yes, ask questions. Please put us on the spot. Give us the hard-hitting questions. Listen, we're not in this for fun and games. We're trying to make a difference. We're trying to make a difference in your life, not just your union life, but your family life at home. We want you to be proud to be a Teamster again. So many people like, man, I don't even know why I'm paying dues. I talk to a lot of the young members of the job. They have no idea what a union is. All they know is they take my money, but I don't know my rights. So we started educating them, let them know, hey, man, listen, you got these rights. You got those rights. Never talk to the company if you feel as though that you could be in some trouble. Always have a steward present. Never go in alone. That's one thing about a union. You never have to fight alone. Supposed to be. You never should fight alone. I'll put it like that. You never should fight alone when you're paying dues. That's the way I feel about it. But for so long, we've been fighting alone. And we're trying to change that. That's another part that we're going to work on is changing that relationship between the leaders and the members. We got to fix it because we can talk all day. If we don't fix that relationship between the members and the leaders, UPS is going to keep winning because they know we divided and they can conquer that way. But the only way to do that, we got to get new leadership. That is the only way. I'm telling you. It's the only way. You guys see it. Just look around the hub. I talked to a guy today, longtime driver from Oregon Avenue. He was saying, man, that he's never felt this way about, just being a Teamster, because there was no presence in our local, that our leadership, that we even have quality leadership. And when you feel defeated before you fight, it's not even going to be a fair fight. And that's what's going on here. A lot of our members they feel defeated, paying dues, and we just don't have the people backing us up that we need. That's why it's very, very important that we all lean on each other during this time, because this time is rough. It's rough right now in 623. It really is. Yeah, I talked about that, Romeo. I talked about the E-board making another BA, and because a lot of people was bringing it up to me, because Carl, and that's our 6th BA, and a couple people that I was shocked, well, especially from one. The other one not too shocked about. I knew they was going to feel some type of way, but the other one I was shocked because they was like, man, I didn't even get a phone call, and they've been supporting our E-board for forever. And they felt some type of way, but I tried to explain to them that it was nothing against, that this member. It was a strategic move to try and, stay in office. But nothing, like I said, nothing against Carl. Carl is, like I said, he's my brother. Brother. I'm talking about brother. But, like I said, stepping outside of that, they trying to stay in office. And they're willing to do whatever it takes. When you can't come at us about, our bylaw amendment, you can't come at us about how we fight the company, you can't come at us about being afraid of the Hoffa regime and the IBT, you can't come at us about trying to strengthen the labor movement, and you can't come at us about the work we do. You got to try to do something different. So what's the best way? You come at somebody internally. He is an internal friend. You know what I mean? So kudos to them, bravo. But I will say this. Now pretend, yeah, I know, and they spending more money on the BA. I know. You know what, Romeo? I didn't even look at that. But I'm gonna have to screenshot. I'm gonna have to you copy that and paste that, because you're right. They didn't want to make a shop student Carthage, but they made another BA because of the budget. But it's all about, the strategy. Shanahan is not a dumb person. Very, very intelligent man. He wants to stay in office. He want to keep taking our money. He want to keep going over here, going over there, off our dime. And that's fine. Nothing against him. But, you got to do the job. And we are decreasing in power and in strength and in unity. And it's not us. We're trying to strengthen that. But the only way to do that, them guys got to go. But like I said, getting back to what I was talking about, if according to the perspective that you want to look at this as, to me, when he first told me, it was cool. But then I started thinking about it. Like me, I'm always trying to find a way to turn a negative. Not saying this is a negative thing, but trying to find the silver lining in every situation, no matter what it is. Now, when they did this, they really hurt themselves. Not because Carl's a bad guy or a bad shop steward. He's gonna do a good job, and I know that. But they can no longer talk about experience ever again, because this means that you're gonna have 3 people, possibly 4 people on that e-board with less than a year and with experience being a BA. They can no longer use that. So that gun that was a big gun was experience. It just blew up in their face. That's if they keep. That's if they keep them on. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'll be surprised if they let them go or try to go a different way. But they can no longer use that experience trump card. They can no longer be their ace in the hole. They can no longer say, we got experience. You got 4 people with less than a year being on the board, possibly. That's not experience right there. You know what I mean? You can't talk about, no. Carl just started on Monday. I think Kamak will have less than a year. They're not gonna have all that experience stuff that they talked about. So they're gonna have to come with a different way. And the way I think they're gonna probably say, well, hey, Carl is one of their best friend, if not their best friend. If he's not voting for him, then why should you? That's going to be the narrative. I'm telling you, I can see it coming. But again, regardless of the narrative, our narrative is not going to change. We're going to keep doing the same thing we've been doing. It doesn't matter to me who's running or not. We've done the work. We're going to continue to do the work, and you guys see it. You see it. We're not hiding anything. We're transparent, and that's the problem. I mean, think about it. Now, this is what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. Yeah, I could be wrong. Our principal officer didn't even tell the members of his board about having a new BA. That's not how you run a business or how you lead people. You don't keep them in the dark because of whatever. You know what I mean? That's not how this works. But again, that's what we got dealing with. So, and that's how they negotiated the contract. They didn't tell us anything. But, everybody got to wake up. And I know you guys heard about the bad accident that we had last night on the Hog Island Road going to PHL, the airport facility. People, listen, don't pass on that road. If you can't see around the vehicle, don't pass it, because I'm hearing reports that 2 people might have died last night. Total of 4 being injured, 2 deaths. I don't know for sure, but I will just say this: we know 4 people are hurt, and their families, are hurt as well. So when you on that road, if you're late, hey, listen, just be late. You rather be late than hurt or even worse. Don't pass those cars, those trucks. Take your time. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not. Now we got families out there who are going to lose loved ones because they were trying to get to a job that don't even care about them. You know what I mean? Take your time. UPS is not that important to lose your life over. It really isn't. So again, man, don't pass those cars, man. Take your time. Be careful, because we don't want to have another situation like we had last night. That was, and it happened. That road has seen a lot of people lose their life, man. Hog Island, and we gotta change that, man, because a lot of young people, just died because it's just they're in a rush. Don't rush on that road. I'm telling you, don't, because we don't want you to lose out. All right. So again, I know everybody's happy about the retro. Now, did you guys check out how much you were taxed? Man, I don't know what's going on with these taxes. Now, what I was told, it's not a bonus check, so it should have been taxed regularly. But if you look at it, man, they was taxing heavy. So I don't know what they did, but man, they was taxing. I saw some people. One of our brothers, his retro was like over 6, but once they taxed it, it was like barely 3. So, we're gonna have to find out from our board or HR, find out why was it taxed at that rate. I know a couple of guys from Oregon Avenue had called me because they thought like I thought. Hey, why are these checks being taxed so high? So again, man, we're gonna have to find out. Call the hall, find out what's up with that, because from what I was told, they was gonna be taxed like a regular check and not like a bonus check, but those taxes are real high. So make sure you guys check that out. Again, the numbers are called HR 215-937-2212. Ask about your retro if you're going to get it. Ask about the extremely high tax that they did. All right. So I know we got how many we got people? We got about 5 people watching. So I need you guys to really talk this thing up, man. You got to talk this thing up. We got 12 weeks. That's all we got. 12 weeks. And listen, people keep talking. They keep complaining. Hey, Hook, Bagby, Espo, Jumbo, we got to get you guys in there. But what you guys going to do about it? What you guys going to do about it? Ultimately, it comes down to you guys. What are you guys going to do to make sure we get change in this local? What are you going to do to make sure UPS doesn't continue the rampant domination of our members? What you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Look at the grievance procedure. How are you going to fix it? How are we going to make it stronger? I can't make it stronger if I'm selling people out, selling them short for less. That's not going to work. So how are we going to fix it? How are we going to fix it? Now we've been talking about educating our members on the grievance procedure, and we've documented it. We showed people. Yo, what's up, man? Southwest, man. I mean, Southwest. I heard you guys were done with them guys in the office, man. That's the largest center down here. We need you guys to spread the word down at Oregon Avenue, man. Southwest, Mayfair, all them guys. Mount Airy, yo, you guys gotta vote. You guys gotta vote, man. They're looking to you guys and keep them in office. We're gonna be down there on Friday night, man. If you ain't doing that, man, come on out. Check us out, brother. We're gonna be out there Friday night passing out flyers, giving them the information. Now let you guys know what's going on. Alright? You guys got to vote. That is the bottom line. You just got to. There's no other way around it. I mean, this is so important that you guys don't know what's on the line after this. 2021 is right there. Because what happens in November, the people, whoever wins, go into office on January 1, 2020. That following year, 2021, probably the biggest international election ever, and it's probably going to happen in our lifetime. You saw what happened in 2016. You saw what happened in 2016. You saw it. Man, they did whatever they could to keep us from getting out there, to getting new leaders, getting new leaders on the ballot. And in 2016, when we went out there to the convention, it was to try to change the Constitution again so that no general president could just implement the contract. So in 2021, we're going to try to change it again for the 2/3 rule. But the only way to do that, we got to get the delegates out there, man. We got to vote. We got to vote. And I know this new slate, the odd slate, people got their, issues with O'Brien. I have mine. And I think everybody in our local, has issues with it. And if you just look at the numbers, There was 6,856 votes in Canada that how Hoffa was able to stay in office. 6,856. But check this out. In the East, Hoffa got 6,836. That's only a 20 vote difference. And I heard people always complaining about Canada. You gotta blame the East too. We was only 20 votes behind. And then if you look at his local 25, because, I believe in this last election, in the national election, it was about 21 and some change voted for Hoffa, and about 500 and something voted for Fred. Well, this is how you vote, Rudy. This is how it's going to happen. Now, we're going to be out there again this Friday, right? And every time we come out there, we'll explain it. This is the process. In October, there's going to be nominations. So then the ballot is going to come out to your house. When you get that ballot, it's going to have our slate with a box over top of it, and it's going to have the guys in office with a box over top of theirs, and whoever else. What we need everybody to do is that box that sits over top of our name, just put an X in that box, and you vote for the whole entire slate. That's it. It's that simple. They're going to send it to your house. You ain't got to worry about buying a stamp. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to go back to the post office. When your mailman come back, you can give it back to him. It's so easy. Everybody got to vote. Everybody got to vote. So, Rudy, I'm telling you, man, tell everybody in your center, tell everybody that rolls in the box line, tell everybody over there that they have to vote. If they don't vote, it's going to be the same thing. And I'm going to give you some more numbers, Rudy. You might not know this. 2016, we were behind 37 slate votes before they went to the individual counting. Now, y'all heard me say this before. Just say that we go into the individual slate votes even, not 37 behind, not 37 up. We even with them. They lose 3 seats. They lost 1. Jumbo got a trustee spot. They lose 3 seats with the 3 slates, with us not doing the mailer, with us not doing the fundraising and getting donations. All we did was tell people, listen, we're going to fight. They're bad. These guys don't fight the company. We was in your face constantly, and it almost worked. Now, we're more aggressive. We got the radio show. We got the YouTube channel. We got the page. We got the community labor. We got everybody. We got a city councilwoman. Listen, we're not playing no games this time. We're not. We're coming to win. Coming to win. That's just the bottom line. But you guys got to vote. It says, Hook, can you explain what and why people are voted for? All right. Now, in our local, and I guess they were in every local, there's 7 elected positions for us like officers. 7 officers, right? Now, you have some local, the president is the principal officer, and some locals, the secretary treasurer is the principal officer. In our local, our bylaws state that the secretary treasurer will be the principal officer and business manager of this local. So you have the principal officer, secretary treasurer is the number 1 guy. Number 2 guy is president. Ironically, now this is the part that gets kind of people confused, and I had to look in our bylaws. Now in our bylaws it says president, secretary treasurer, and recording secretary can be the heads of the local. So my thinking is the recording secretary is like 3rd in charge, even though the vice president is right after the president. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm going to keep it simple. All right, so we got president, we got secretary treasurer, president, vice president, recording secretary. Those are the 4, I guess, big guns, officers. Then you have 3 trustees. Now, some people don't know this. Trustees are different than the officers. For example, when they're being voted on, the top 3 vote getters for trustee are on the e-board. For an example, let's just say, for an example, that we have 3 slates run, right? And each one of the trustees, that means there are going to be 9 trustees that's running. The top 3 vote getters from trustee will be on the e-board. So you can have 2 from one slate, 1 from another. You can have 3 from all from one slate, or you can have 1 from each slate. Trustees are they're voted differently than everybody else. You know what I mean? So I know that isn't explained to people sometimes. Like when Jumbo won his seat, he won his seat because he was one of the top vote getters out of the trustees. So he was able to be on our e-board. Not on the slate, but on the e-board. Because a lot of people think he's on their slate because he sits up there. No, he's a trustee elected by the people, but he's not on their e-board. Totally different thing. It's a lot. We'll be explaining that to people as time goes on. I know we're going to get a lot of questions about that, especially from our newer members down at Oregon Avenue. And listen, we're going to be out there all night if we have to, just to answer your question, because we want you guys to understand that we're all about education, transparency, let you guys know you're right anything. And that's what's been happening. You know, by us not knowing, we've been led to slaughter. So, I mean, think about it. Look at this $6 million pension shortfall. We didn't know nothing about that. There was no information about it. They waited until the month before their contract was supposed to expire before they told us. To me, that's not leadership. You kind of put, you gave us a loaded gun and said, yo, do it this way. If you don't, bam. And that's what happened. People were voting out of fear instead of, out of fight. And, but until that changes, man, we're gonna be in this road for a long, long time. But you guys got to vote. You guys got to vote. That's just the bottom line. For the next 12 weeks, man, we're going to keep saying vote, 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 vote until we blue in the face. Because that's what this is about. You got to vote. If you do not vote, don't be mad at UPS when they keep dominating you. Don't get mad when your grievances disappear or you don't know nothing about them or you get so short. Don't get mad because you don't see them down at the hall and at the hub until election time. Don't get mad because UPS keeps dominating you. Don't get mad if you don't vote. Don't get mad because all these things can be fixed, worked on, challenged if you guys vote for us and get us in there. That's just the bottom line. All right. So again, you guys got to vote. I know a lot of people got questions about our brother Carl Robinson. You guys got to talk to him about that. I was there. He told me the same thing he told you about how bad they were and how they needed to go a couple weeks ago. Listen, he told me the same thing. But listen, I didn't ask him why he changed his mind. Didn't matter to me. You know why? Because regardless of who, what, when, where, we started this thing for one purpose. That's to stop UPS from dominating the members. Give our members their local back. Get them educated and engaged, refreshed, and ready to fight. That's it. That was it. That's it. Yeah, Romeo. I'm cool over here, man. The video's good over here, so I don't know what's going on over there on your end. But listen, 12 weeks. That's all we got left. 12 short weeks. But you guys have got to vote. That's just the bottom line. Now, you guys know that the next meeting is not till September. So everybody got to show up. You got to show up. It's going to be the third Saturday in September. And you know people going to have a lot of questions. Because I want to know, is it going to be 6 BAs from now on, or is what's happening? Do we have 8 members on the board now, or what's happening, man? Because I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. Because that's the thing that really gets to a lot of people. When they make changes like this to the board, they need to call the shop stewards. Send them a text. Say, hey, listen, we made this change. Let your people know in your area. That's how it should be done. Just don't do it. They don't tell nobody, because you leave open to a lot of speculation, a lot of questions, and this, that, and the other. People get their feelings hurt, and oh man, I can't believe they didn't ask me. And listen, they should have handled it. Look at what they did with. Look how they did the whole Kevin Malley Izzy thing. I'll never forget. I was on vacation for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And before I left, I had these grievances with Kevin Malley. 5 of them. Next thing I know, man, I come back. I don't know what's going on with my grievances. And Izzy is a new BA. I'm like, dang, what's going on? I didn't get no phone call, no text. I didn't know nothing. So I don't know why they operate like that. That's not how you keep people strong. Listen, I understand that we're running against them. And I understand there may be some hard feelings. But your hard feelings ain't got nothing to do with doing the job and keeping people informed and letting them know what's going on. That ain't got nothing to do with it. This is not kindergarten, man. We are grown people out here. I don't understand that. I can never understand why people get so bent out of shape because you don't agree or you're not on their side. Listen, man, this is part of the human experience. We're not going to agree on everything. It's just not going to happen. Like, for an example, man, Men Jumbo, man, we went back and forth on the Sean O'Brien thing. Because y'all remember, man, he was like, oh, man, Sean O'Brien. I had to tell him, man, no, man, that's not how that worked. Sean O'Brien hasn't done anything over here that that'll warrant our support. That's other people may support him, and that's fine. But, I mean, we was part of those 18 supplements, man, that they got through, and we fighting and all that kind of stuff. So what's going to have to happen is, if we win, I'll invite him, Fred, to come talk to the members, find out, they're what they're going to do. And if the members, I'm going to put this on the air. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to stand by it. I don't care what happens. If the members of 623 do not support Sean O'Brien, and we are in office, our slate will not support him as well. We are not going to be hypocrites like our current e-board. Our current e-board did us the same way. They try to sabotage us from going out there and standing up for the members. I'll remember it, and I will never forget with all the stuff we had to go through to get out there and do the right thing for the members. So we're not going to be like them. If we didn't win Hoffa, they talking about, we're going to protest in silence, then try to sabotage it. We will not be like them. If the members of 623 do not want to support Sean O'Brien, we as a slate will not support Sean O'Brien. We'll support Fred, but we will not. And then that's just what it is. We don't work for O'Brien, even if they win. We don't work for Brian O'Brien and Zuckerman and whoever. We work for the members of Local 623. That's it. I'm not going to keep going back and forth over it. That's just what it is. No hard feelings. If I lose some friends over that, that's fine. I mean, I'll be okay. I'll probably lose some more friends. That's okay too. But listen, if the members, I'm going to say it again, if the members of 623 do not want to support Sean O'Brien in this 2021 election, then if we are elected, I can't speak for the other guys because they're probably going to vote for Hoffa again. And that's who they are. That's who they always going to support, as we've seen. But if we're elected, and Sean O'Brien will give him the opportunity to come, he'll talk, and after he talks to the people, and maybe the members might say, okay, let's give him a shot. But if they don't, then it is what it is. It's just how it's going to be. I mean, I can't speak for other people, but that's how we're going to do it here at 623. We work for the members. Whatever they say is whatever goes, because it's their money, their local, their livelihoods at stake, and we're not going to go against that. It's just not going to happen. Because if we do that, then I might as well cut the radio show off, go home, never come back on the radio again, shut down the 623 Lives Matter movement, and because we'll be just like the people in office. And we got to get rid of that. We got to get rid of them. So, and that's where we're going to be at, all right? So that's my stance. That's our stance. Any questions? You call me. You got my number, 267-235-1588. You can always inbox me. That's where we stand at. I can't speak for a lot of people in our local that they may like Sean, and that's fine if you do. But we're gonna do some things to get the overall feeling of what people want. That's why the ATM committee is so very, very important that we plan on implementing, because we want to get and see the situation. We want them to have area advantage and making a decision on who they want to support. And if they support him, then we'll support him. If they don't support him, then we won't support him. All right, so, but what we really need right now is for you guys to vote for us in this 2019 election. That's just the bottom line, because you see what UPS is doing, you see what our e-board is doing, and somewhere along the line, we're the ones that's getting the short end of the stick. Just look at it. Look at over the past 8 to 10 years and see the decline of this union, of our local. See the decline of leadership. See the decline of contracts. Just look at it. And you guys know I'm not making it up. And that's the one thing that I can say that really bothers me about all this. There's not one person in our local that has ever came up to me and said, hey, Hooker, you're wrong in what you're saying. Nobody's ever come up and said that, because we are right. The truth can stand on its own. You see it. These are facts. We're not making this stuff up. You see it. But we get ready to pause for station identification. You're listening to WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter Radio Show. We will be back in a moment. What's up, Thomas? Man, what's up with some Bojangles, man? Ain't everybody trying to hear about them Harold's people up there, man. What's this here? Somebody put a message. Bam, bam. All right, good people, we back. We're back. Thank you for tuning in to WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. If you guys get a chance, we need you to go to the website, SPCR.org, and donate. Doesn't matter how much, how small, how big, whatever. Just go on the SPCR.org website, hit the donate button, so all these programs can keep going. I know you guys like the show. We hear about it, that you watch it and you appreciate it. Well, nothing is free, so we need you guys to stand behind your appreciation. Just like on our campaign, you know, I've been putting it out there, so we need you guys to help us out with that. Like I said, we didn't do any fundraising or we didn't ask for anything last time. We really wanted to win, but in order to win, you do need some donations. It's just a part of it, you know what I mean? So I think the reason why I didn't ask for it last time, I felt like, man, you know, it's just a whole different thing in 2016, man. I was nervous and timid and scared and this, that, and the other. I didn't want to make no mistakes. I felt like if I asked for money, oh my God, they just asking for money, nah. You know what I mean? So, you know, now, man, I'm like, listen, man, we out here working, trying to make the union better. We're gonna need some help. You know, even if we get elected, we're going to need some help, but it's going to be a different kind of help. We're going to need you guys to participate. Not by your finances, you know, but we're going to need you to show up. But we're going to have to fix that relationship first, because we just can't go and fight UPS the way we are now. We're going to keep losing. We're going to keep losing because attitude reflects leadership. And that's why we keep losing, because it reflects on our leaders. It does. So what we're going to do, don't forget, guys, on this Friday, July the 5th, everybody knows that Philadelphia is the city of independence, and Independence Hall is downtown, the Liberty Bell and Betsy Ross and everything like that there, and that's fine. But we want to continue that independence from bad leadership, continue that independence from no faith in the grievance procedure. We want to get independence from feeling, oh my God, you know, do we have a union? We want to get away from those things. We want you to be proud to be a Teamster, proud. You know, a lot of people, man, they look at their check, they see the union dues, and be like, man, what I'm paying for. Then when I try to explain it to them, like, man, listen, man, I ain't trying to hear all that. Because, you know, we got a lot of the younger generation don't really understand that. So you gotta put it in their lap where they can understand it. And if you're not fighting for them, if they're getting shortchanged in contracts, all the stuff you're telling them about benefits and telling them about working conditions and this and that, they don't want to hear that. They want to know why UPS keep winning. That's what they want to know. Why does UPS keep winning? Why did you take my vote away? We voted no. That's what I'm paying for. They don't want to hear about working conditions when you took their vote away. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear about file a grievance when they filed and you took them away from them and they don't know nothing about it. And that's not how you win here. So you guys got to make a decision on what you want and who you want. And hearing everybody talk, they don't want these guys. But again, there's only one way to tell. You guys got to vote. That's it. You guys have got to vote. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like I said, I hate to bring up 2016, but numbers do not lie. If people would have voted, and I hear what you're saying. Where all these slates, listen, let people run. Let them run. Please run. We don't care. And I'm gonna be honest, if we are worried about somebody else running, then we shouldn't even be on here. Like I said, I should cut the radio off, cut the mic off, call Chris, tell him to come back, and get back on the show. In all our stuff that we doing, in all the community labors that we building, just stop all that. Because if we're worried about somebody else after all the stuff that we doing, then we don't need to be up here. You should never worry about anybody else when you're doing the work. Never have to worry. Listen, let everybody run. It doesn't matter to us. It really doesn't matter. All we need you guys do to vote. You guys see it, you guys know it, and you hear it. But you guys got to put it on paper. That's just the bottom line. So please, I know people are getting upset. Oh man, we don't want nobody to come out and mess it up. Listen, let them come out. This is a democratic process. People have a right to run. So let them run. But if we're not worried, then you shouldn't be worried. All right, that's my message to you guys. We're not worried, so you shouldn't be worried. All right, our main thing is stop UPS from dominating our members. The only way we can do that, we got to get new leadership from bottom to top, top to bottom. It's just that simple. All right, don't forget, you guys got to call those numbers I gave you earlier about your retro check. I know a lot of people are upset and they thought it was going to get more than the taxes, and then the people who don't no longer work there, they're concerned about if they're going to get a check at all. So you got to make sure you call HR, and if HR gives you, we're not going to pay you, then you need to call the hall. And there's a list supposedly about people who are no longer there and them getting their retro check. So add your name to the list if HR says they're not going to pay you, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to say. So just make sure you call, dot your I's, cross your T's, and make sure you get that done. We want to give a big shout out to Hector Fortis and the local 804 radio show that they got up there in New York. I think it's coming back on this Sunday, I believe at 3, from 3 to 5. You guys got to check their show out, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of information. A lot of good. They got a good team up there, man. We're trying to bring that same attitude to 623. They do a lot of good things, man. A lot of good things. And so we trying to transform and reform our local to be somewhat like theirs, So but it starts with you guys voting. And check this out. They have 4 slates run too, and they took out their incumbents. The reason why they took out their incumbents, but their incumbents are like, their incumbents that they took out were just like, were just like ours, just like them. Same thing down in 767. They took those guys out, and I think they had 4 slates running, 3 or 4, and they took them guys out too. You know why? Their incumbents were just like ours, man. So you guys gotta vote, man. That's just the bottom line. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to do. I mean, we out there, but we're gonna keep putting the pressure on. We're gonna keep giving you guys the information. We got a flyer coming out this Friday. We want you guys to meet us at Oregon Avenue at 9:30 p.m. We're gonna be out there answering questions. Whatever it is, you guys got to come out there. No matter if you work at Oregon Avenue or not. If you live in South Philadelphia and you're a member of 623, we need you to come out there. We need you to come out there. We need you to show some support. We need you to just be involved. Get engaged with what's going on, because it's going to be an exciting time. These next 12 weeks is going to be very exciting. It's going to be a lot of people, man, out there wanting your vote. They're going to be vying for people you never seen or heard of before, or you haven't seen since last election. They're going to be out there. But again, you guys got to make the decision, man. I can't make it for you. All we can do is do the work, show you what we plan on doing, give you, the information, and show you that we mean business. But you guys got to do the work. It's just that simple, and it's easy. Just put your X in the box, put it in the mailbox, send it in, count the ballots. 623 Lives Matter victorious. Change the local. I know I made that sound easy, but I know it's gonna be a lot harder than that. But listen, we gotta start somewhere. Because we can't keep going down this road, man. I'm telling you. So, you guys, I really need you guys to get more involved. Come on out to the show. One Wednesday, man. If you guys are off and not doing nothing, man, come on out to the show. Put you in the booth with us here, man, and we'll talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about. Let everybody know why that you feel that we need new leadership here, because we do. But the only way that we're going to get it, I keep telling you guys, we gotta vote. That is the only way. And I gotta say this again. The same enthusiasm that you guys showed about this retro, man, I need you guys to vote with that same enthusiasm. Ask when the vote is. You know how y'all kept asking when we was going to get the retro? Man, we need you guys to ask when the vote. Ask some questions about what we can do to make your union life better. Just get more involved. Because I'm telling you, the same way that you guys showed up for that retro and the bylaw amendment, you guys got to show up the same way for this vote count. You got to show up for it. That is the only way things change. You got to show up and take advantage of this opportunity, because this opportunity may not present itself again, not for a long, long time. And we got to take advantage of this. We have to take advantage of this opportunity, because there's a lot tied to this election. There's a lot. 2021, like we talked about, with this whole international thing. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, you see what these guys did in office in 2016. You see what they did. They're not going to back the candidate that you want. It's all about Hoffa, whatever he says. So you guys got to make that decision. I'm not making it up. You've seen it. You've seen it for yourself. You see what UPS is doing. They have no fear of what they can do to us. None. There's no resistance. Zero. So, if you want that fight, if you want that resistance, then we got to do some things differently. Can't keep going down that same road with this leadership. It's not conducive for growth. It's not conducive for educating the members. There's nothing that they do that even lets you know that you're in it. If you didn't pay union dues, you wouldn't know that you were in a union. You wouldn't know it. How? That's a good question to ask them. That's a very good question. Just ask them. How would I know I was in the union if I didn't look at my check and pay union dues? How would you know? All my old timers, I got a couple up here. I ain't gonna call your name out, but the two names right here I'm looking at. Just ask yourself this question. How would you know if you were in a union if you didn't pay union dues in this local? How would you know? How would you know? How would you know? You wouldn't, because you don't see them until election time or contract time. You know, there is no actual relationship between the members and the leaders. There is more of a relationship between our members and the company than it is the leaders in the company. And that's a shame. They throw our members about seniority parties and all these kinds of things. They keep them hooked and loyal to the company. But what do? We take their votes away. We give them bad contracts. The grievance procedure gets weaker and weaker. And then we try to tie it up and say, hey, at least you got a union. That's not good enough anymore. At least I got a union is not good enough anymore. That's like me going home and tell my wife, hey, at least I'm paying the bills. That's not good enough. That's not good enough for her. No, she needs more than that. We need more than just because I'm in the union. You know, we think I'm in the union. That's not good enough. You know what I mean? If everybody's so concerned about right to work and all this, what they have been doing, it's not good enough. It's not. You can't take people's votes away and then tell them right to work is wrong. You can't do that. You can't take people what they need in their contracts and let the company do whatever they want to do, and then say stuff like the company can do what they want to do, and then say, oh, well, the people, Trump is wrong, and legislate. You can't say stuff like that. If we are giving our enemies the tools to beat us, then we're just as bad. We're just as bad. And so we got to change that. We got to change that narrative that unions are bad. But we got to clean house with this leadership. We have to. If we do not change this leadership, then I'm telling you, we can't complain when UPS do what they want to do, because that's what our principal officer say now. He's infamous for saying that. The company can do, and I don't know why he says that. That's just a sign of defeat. And then from the principal officer, you should always feel like you have a fighting chance when you see him or her. Whoever your principal officer is, when they come in the building, wherever you are in this Teamster universe, when they come in the building, you should feel, I have a fighting chance now. When this guy come in the building, you're like, man, we're going to lose more now. And that's just the way you feel. Because perception is everything. It really is. So, you know, I'm hoping you guys vote. Hector, what's up, man? I just gave y'all guys a shout out. Trying to get everybody to understand, man, that change is it, you know, it's a good thing. But it ain't going to come. It ain't going to come just because, you know, it's time for it. People got to vote, man. They got to vote. They got to vote for this thing. It just, you know, people have got to stop complaining and start voting. That kills me. That really does kill me. I mean, if half the people that complain, just half, if they did something to do about those complaints, this union will be 10,000 times better. 10,000 times better. But we point the finger at a lot of times, and I did that. I mean, in 2013, I pointed the finger at other people. You know what I'm saying? And then I was just as wrong. So we gotta do something to fix it. You can't keep blaming other people and you let them do it. You know, if you let these guys stay in office, then be quiet and don't complain. If they stay in office this time, then don't say anything. Don't say nothing. Just sit there and be quiet, because we are. It really is. The power's in our hand. You just gotta. It's easy. Just vote. It's that easy. Just vote. It's very, very easy to do. Just vote. And if we vote the right way this time, you're going to see a change. You're going to see the fight come back. You're going to see the company be on the defensive and not on the offensive all the time. You're going to see our members get more engaged and more educated. You're going to see that. You're going to see transparency. You're going to see that. You're going to see the fight. Everything that you don't see now, you will see. But there's only one thing you got to do. You got to vote. You got to vote for it. That's the only thing that we ask you to do. You ain't got to wear our shirts. You ain't got to come out to our rallies. You ain't got to do anything when we at the gates. Just vote. Now, of course, we want you to wear our shirts and we want you to come out. We want you to come to the show. But if you don't, because some people are not into that. Some people, they'll give you their support from a distance. They'll vote for you. They'll tell people in their area, in the centers, the box line, the sword aisles, E-reg pits. They'll tell them the guys to vote for you. But they may not come on the show. They may not take a picture. But we need people to vote. That's just the bottom line. We need people to vote. Because nothing's going to change until we vote. Nothing. Nothing is going to change. Zero. You got 12 weeks to do it. Now, our guys in office now, they're going to do everything they can to stay in office. I mean, they're going to do everything they can. They hired another BA. That's 6 now. Before, for the longest time, we just had 4. Then they got 5. Now they got 6. Election time. Listen, I'm telling you, they're going to be out there. I'm telling you right now, they're probably going to make sure every grievance is upheld. They're going to do whatever they can to get everybody's job back. They're going to do whatever they can to make you forget in these next 12 weeks what they've been doing over the last, I don't know how many years. And I want you guys, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, because they're going to try. They're going to hope. They're going to hope that you forget. But don't forget. Don't forget that they took your vote away. Don't forget that they gave you another bad contract after you didn't want it. Don't forget that they told you that you didn't vote yet the first time, they was going to take part of your raise and put it toward a pension. But then right across the state had the same language. Needed more money for the pension. Not only did their leadership stand up for their members, they got the pension shortfall taken care of, and they got a decent supplement. What did we get? Nothing. They did that. So what you gonna do about it? We can't keep complaining about, oh man, this, that, and the other. What you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? You're gonna have to put it on paper. So again, this July 5th, Friday night, 9:30 to 11:30, we're going to be at Oregon Avenue building. That building has been the biggest supporting block for our incumbents for forever. Ever since I've been employed at UPS, they have been the biggest supporting block, and that's why we have spent a lot of our time. If you notice, we spent a lot of our time out there because we want them to know, hey, listen, they gave you another bad contract. What you going to do about it? The company still does what they want to do. What you going to do about it? They still ain't out here. What you going to do about it? You know, they're still not transparent. What you going to do about it? So, you know, the choice is yours. And these are all facts. This is not something that Hooker just made up in his head and he just mad or he's upset. Yeah, I'm mad and I'm upset. You guys should be too. Look what they just did and continue to do. You had two members from that board quit. That shows you what kind of, leadership we have. Quit. They quit. Didn't tell nobody. Just quit. How you just gonna quit? And the people voted you in there, and you just quit. You quit as a BA. One of them did. The other one just quit the whole board, and that's okay. I don't understand that. I don't get that at all. But let that have been. I bet you it was me, man. It would be all kind of chaos. I'll be the worst guy ever. We told you he was no good. I'm telling you. It's just a shame that that we come down to this. But we really need guys. We need you guys to vote. That's just the bottom line. Whew. You know what, guys? I go back to see about my knee today at the doctor. So, matter of fact, once I leave here, I'm going to shoot up there, see what they say. I need to get an MRI, see what's going on with this thing, man. Because we getting ready to get to the nitty gritty, and I need to be out there at them gates. I need to be in the building, man. I can't let this knee slow me down. So, but whatever it takes, man, we need you guys. We need you guys to be there. You know what I mean? We need you guys. We don't need no excuses. We need you guys to show up, participate, donate, and then hopefully in November congratulate. You know what I mean? But that's up to you guys on what you guys feel. But I will tell you this: if we had the election today, if the election was held today, it wouldn't be no doubt of what happened. The fact that there is time left, it really benefits them. It benefits them because, they haven't done anything. They're not doing anything. So this gives them a chance to try to make you guys forget that they're not doing anything. All right, but in a few minutes, guys, we're going to get ready to get out of here. About 6 minutes. But like I said, I'm just going to go over a couple of things that I said in the earlier show. If you think your retro check is short, make sure you calculate everything. Call HR, call the hall. If you're no longer employed with UPS, call HR. The number is 215-937-2212. Call them and find out if they're going to give you your check. If not, then you need to call the union hall. That number is 215-289-0580. All right? Call them. Let them know what's going on with your money. See if you're going to get it if you're no longer employed there. That's the only way that we can find out right now. Also, this Friday, July 5th, after you celebrate Independence Day, come on down and continue celebrating independence with us at Oregon Avenue. Down in South Philly, all my South Philly teams just come on out. We're gonna be down there from 9:30 to 11:30. We're gonna have our new flyers. We're gonna have we're gonna have everything out there, trying to get you guys to understand that this is very, very important. 12 weeks. That's all we got. You see the E-board, they're trying to make moves to keep themselves in office. But again, you guys gotta vote. You gotta vote. Stop worrying about who else is running, because there's no reason to. You got 12 weeks left. That's it. You guys know what's been going on over the last 4 or 5 years. You guys see it. Time to vote on it. If we haven't done what we were supposed to do up until this point, and everybody's worried about another slate running, then we have failed miserably. I'm telling you, we have not done anything, and I don't want that to be the case. I know our e-board, they want as many slates as possible, because that'll give them a better chance of taking your money and not doing the job. But you guys gotta vote, man. That's just the bottom line. 12 weeks. That's all we got. 12 short weeks. Not 12 months, not 12 years, thank God, but 12 weeks. That's it. So you guys gotta make a decision on what you're gonna do. It's just that simple. We can't keep going down this road talking about, oh man, this is bad, that's bad. But what you gonna do about it? We've already started it, our plan. You already seen it, and it's gonna be there for the future. But you guys gotta vote. You guys gotta vote. It's just that simple. There's no sugarcoating it. There's no rigmarole. When you get your ballot in the mail and you see 623 Lives Matter, and you see that box on the top of it, mark that box, put it back in the mail. Don't even pay attention to nobody else on the paper. Because in actuality, the way I see it, there is nobody else on the paper. There is nobody else. But I really want you guys to ask each other this question. Ask the leaders this question. If I wasn't paying union dues, how would I know I was in a union? Just ask the question. Just ask them. Ask them. How would you know? What do they demonstrate to let you know that you're in a union? Just think about it. Just ask the question. This is not me. Ask. Listen, ask yourself. And especially all them old members that really think, you want to give these guys a chance, ask yourself a question. If I wasn't paying union dues, how would I know I was in the union? What have they done to show me that this is a union shop? Now, before I go, ask about us. What have we done to show you that this is a union? What have we done? What have we done? We've gave you more transparency. We gave you more power at the negotiating table. That's before we even got in office. We're talking about our committees. We plan on bringing more power and restoration to the membership. Just ask your question. Ask yourself, what has the income has done to show you that this was a union? Then ask about us. What have the 623 Lives Matter team shown? What have they done to show me that this is a union? And I'll leave you with that. All right? Talk to you guys. Let's keep each other lifted up. Let's watch out for one another. Make sure you come out to the rally on Friday. Everybody have a joyous holiday tomorrow. Enjoy yourself. Be cool. Enjoy your family time. But again, I'm going to do it one more time. Ask yourself, if you weren't paying union dues, how would you know this was a union in 623? Just ask yourself that question for me. And I'm going to get back with you on next Wednesday. We're going to find out what you come up with. All right? God bless. We love you guys. Appreciate you. Don't forget, donate, spcr.org. Donate to us. And we appreciate you guys. We love you. Have a good one. Happy holiday.